Hello everyone and welcome to this video. I'm going to take you through the steps of how you can download your Arduino IDE, install it and setting up your Arduino so that you can start your programming. So for the purposes of this video, we're going to be using an Arduino Uno and the Windows OS. But feel free to follow up if you are on iOS or any other similar. So I'll head over to my browser. So here we are at the Arduino website, which is arduino.cc. This is their official website. So once you go there, head over to software. Then on the software part, you can to scroll just a little bit. Then here on the right side, you have Windows. This is for Windows. These are for Linux users, and then Mac OS. Also Windows, I'm just gonna go and download the zip file. It's the same MSI or the 64-bit installer. Anyone will do. Over on this page, you can donate or just download. Then my download is started. So I'm gonna pause because I've already downloaded mine. I'm gonna head over to my downloads. Downloads, then I'm going to look for my downloaded folder. I'm gonna right click and extract. Just wait for it to extract your files. Let's open our folder. One hour setup. So the setup process is not complicated, it's simple. Just have to follow basic steps you follow when you're installing any other software. So over here you've got our license agreement, agree. Then just leave everything selected by default. If some are not selected, just select them all. Next, leave the default folder location and click install. So it's just gonna take a couple of minutes. Doesn't take that long to install. So feel free to get up and do anything in the meantime while you leave it to run the installation process. It's nothing much for you to do while it's installing. Yeah, almost finished now. Okay, and it seems like it's going to take a bit of a while this area, so I'm just gonna skip to a later stage, but don't worry, nothing important is going to be skipped. Okay, so when you get this pop-up, it's asking you if you would like to install the device drivers. Click on install. Make sure you install them or you run into some challenges later on. Okay, this way. And this one's for Arduino USB driver. Install it too. This one again. So make sure you install all the drivers that come in the pop-up menu. Okay, let's just wait for it to finish. Okay, so our installation is done. Close. Let's open our Arduino IDE. So the first time opening may take a little bit longer. When these options come, make sure you tick both and click allow. This will allow you to stay up to date. Whenever you're connected online, you can just run update checks in the background and update for you. So this is how your Arduino IDE looks like. So once it opens, one of the most important things for you to do, check in the bottom right corner there, it's written Arduino Genuino Uno on COM1. So what it's saying is that is connected, or rather the mode in which your IDE is working, it's for this particular version of the Arduino board, which is the Uno, and it's connected on COM1, which is the communication port. So your Arduino, in as much as it is connected to the USB port, it uses serial connection to communicate with your computer. So you want to go on tools, then board over here. That's where you select your board. By default is the Uno, and then port by default it's on COM1. But I would like to advise you to just go over your computer, click on manage, and just wait for the management console to pop up. Just wait a bit. Okay, it's starting. So this is your management console. It's built with every version of Windows. And on the left panel, I want you to click on Device Manager. This lists all the devices installed and connected to your machine. Okay, so I want you to head over to this area which says ports COM and LPT. Click. So we have the default communication port 1, which is the one which is currently detected by your Arduino IDE. So at this point, you might have noticed I haven't connected my Arduino yet. So Here is my Arduino. This is the one I've got, the Uno. I'm going to plug it in via USB, and then there's the beep signaling that it's connected. So you can see you've got the lights running there. So back to your management console. Okay, you might see some changes over there. We've got USB 2.0 serial. So this is my Arduino. So the reason why it's coming out like this with a yellow triangle, that it could not properly install it. The reason being, it's one of the clones out there. There are many clones for the Arduino, so we might end up buying one knowingly or unknowingly, and it won't work right out of the box. But worry not, show you how to go around it. So what you have to do is that you have to download the custom drivers for these clones. I've already downloaded mine, but I will share the link to the Google Drive in this video. This is the one. Right click, extract. So most of the clones, doesn't matter which one you have, they will still support this particular driver. I'm going to show you how to install, and not worry, like I said, I'm going to share the link, this particular driver, in the comments. So just double click to run. So don't change anything, just leave it by the default selections and click install. As you see, it's USB serial CH340. Just wait for it to install. Check your console. As you can see, it's now listed under the USB serial. Okay, as you can see, it's now listed under it's no longer under other devices. Now we have USB serial CH340 on COM3. So always take note of these COM ports, because that's where it will be connected. Okay, let's check. So as you can see, your IDE will not automatically detect which port you are connected to. By default, it's either on port 1 or on the last COM port which you used. So you want to head over back to tools, port, then you select COM3. So now we are connected. Okay, so this is the interface. We have two areas to take note of with the setup. This is where you put code which you want to run just once when your board starts. So maybe you want to assign your variable some specific values, or you want to initialize your devices. That's where you put your code. And in the loop area, that's where you put the code which will be run continuously as your board turns on. And then just above the void area or outside, that's when you can include certain libraries or even declare your global variables in there. So for this video, not going to go into much. We're just going to want to test how our program is working. So I want to head over to file and examples. So we are going to be working with most of these a lot, because that's where you learn. It's a rich library of example codes, so you can learn from it. So from basics, I want to test the blink. So your Arduino has a built-in LED which you are going to take note of. It's on digital pin 13, but is you can refer to it because it already has a global name which is led.built-in. So we're not going to change anything in this code, we're just going to upload it. So up here you see we have save, open, new, upload and verify. So usually I just upload because verifying it compiles your code and checks if it's properly retained, when there are no errors and it works perfectly. That's all. But when you click on upload, it does that what do we call it, that verification process, and once it's done then it uploads your code. So I usually just head over for compile so that you can just do both of them at the same time rather than verifying then upload. Let's, so as you can see at the left it's saying compiling sketch, and in there if there are any messages or notifications while it's running, that's where they will come. And there for the progress bar on the right. Okay, so it's done uploading. As you can see, there are no errors. Finish. So I'm just gonna get my Arduino and click that reset button. Then hope you can see what a little LED up there which is blinking. So that's our code we just uploaded. So the other LED you see down there which is solid on, that's for the power. It just shows you that your Arduino is on, but the one which is blinking, that's the built-in LED. So I hope it went well for you. That's how you download your Arduino, set it up, Arduino IDE, set it up and connect your Arduino for the first time and testing it. So get ready for some coding. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.